Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Hope our lighting situation is going to be okay tonight. We have the sun, I don't know, it's a few hours from going down here, but it's kind of overcast, so the sun might be casting some weird shadows with my, what do you call this thing? Blinds? That's the word. Amanda can use words. She knows words. And it's not working for some reason. All right, so there we go. Maybe. Let's do that for now, and then we'll turn this up. Sorry. This like behind the scenes part of the YouTube studio doesn't let me see my screen. It's got this big black box over my screen. You can kind of see the perimeter parts, but it's all black and white. So I don't know the lighting sitch until we are live, which is kind of sucky because then I have to sit here for the first I don't know how long and adjust things. So sorry about that, you guys, but I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fabulous Wednesday. Oh my goodness. We are getting texted out the wazoo for baseball, the baseball thread. Yeah, my husband is currently at baseball right now. Oh my gosh, 3 people just texted saying, let's see, one is not there yet and will be there at 6:30. Another one will be there at 6:30, and then one is not going to show up tonight. Oh wow, that's last minute, isn't it? All right, you guys, sorry. Hello, Jessica Lynn. How's it going? Yeah, I figured we'd talk for a moment, just a moment, not a full-on spiel, just a moment about the current energies and just, oh my goodness, just what I've noticed in my own vicinity and just see if you guys have been experiencing some things like this or you want to have anything to add to how you've been feeling. I've been very clumsy. That's not something I'm not normally a clumsy person. Very clumsy the past few days. Hello, Pam. I have money that you gave me that you can use tonight if you would like. Let me know. Otherwise, let's see what else has been going on. Yeah, just this like low grade anxiety, like the other shoe's about to drop with something. I've been feeling that. What else has been going on? The sleep has been a little improved. I am excited about that. It's not like vastly improved, but a little bit. Yeah, and just not still unsure what to eat, what's safe to eat, who knows? Because tuning into everything, it's just like everything is just tainted with all the stuff they spray, all the stuff in the water, all the just it's a whole thing. Hello, Linda H. Hello, Pam. Hello, Dragon Rose Creations. Yeah, so let me know how you're feeling. If you feel so inclined, you don't have to share if you don't want to. But other than that, I think I've just been, one thing I've actually started doing this last week is I'm running a little experiment because I'm wondering if I'm already shadow banned on Harmony Portal Tarot, my new channel. So I decided I would upload the same video on both The Done Creative and Harmony Portal Tarot. So those of you that are already subscribed on one or both of those platforms, you don't have to watch the videos on both because they're the same video just on both channels. I'm running an experiment just to see which one gets more traction, which one gets suggested, if either of them do. I usually don't get my videos suggested or recommended. I guess in the recommended, my videos rarely will pop up there. My videos are rarely popping up in people's subscription feeds, stuff like this. So I'm just seeing if the algorithm has shifted over on the Done Creative, because some of you might know that I was really heavily shadow banned. I'd maybe get a couple hundred views on a video in over the course of days, and I'm experiencing the same thing over in Harmony Portal Tarot, but of course I'm a much smaller channel over there, so it's a whole thing. Oh, Jessica Lynn has been feeling a little depressed lately. Not sure if it's mine or just energy I'm picking up others' emotions, maybe both. Yeah, probably both. Linda's feeling good today. Yay, that's good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. As of last week with my dog passing away, that was a whole thing. So it's still sad, but it's not like these huge waves of grief that just overcome me at the most random of times. And I did set my phone. Let me move my notifications out of the way so you can see them. I did set my phone picture to my piggy wolf. There's Walter. Yeah, and I got daffodils. I even used them in the reading that I did. I guess it's the most recent reading. Let me move that again so you can see Piggy Wolf. There's Walter. Yeah, he was a good boy. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, he was 15 and 4 months old, so he had lived a long life. In the last few years, he was really struggling health wise with this like hacking issue that the vets really could figure out. And our vet for like, yeah, he was so handsome, wasn't he? But oh, I got a story to share about Walter before we get into everything. Um, yeah, he was a very dignified looking gentleman, wasn't he? He thought he was a lap dog and he weighed 100 pounds, all that fun stuff. I felt like I was on a thought and then I lost track and then I got back on and then I lost track. You know how that is. But anyway, so Walter died. Oh, yeah, let me go back to the daffodils, then we'll come back to Walter. So the daffodils came actually from my youngest son's school. They were selling them for $1 a piece, and there was you could buy a maximum of 10. I sent him with a 20. I'm like, get as many as you can. And I guess there was a 10 whatever limit. Pam's reminding me in the comments, you're so kind, because I'm like all over the place with my like, ooh, let me share this. Ooh, let me share that. Let me circle back to this. Let me circle over here. Nonlinear storyteller right here who's writing novels, which is very interesting, so that I have to go back. That's the beautiful thing about writing a novel is you can go back and insert, oh, I had another thought about that, and just go back and, write it out. That's why I'm in, let's see, the 4th draft of the first book and still kind of in the weird first draft of the second book. And I have to kind of pull that apart and make the second book books 2 and 3 because I'm realizing my climax point is now in book 3. So if I'm building in the climax of book 3, it's not going to jive. People are going to be upset. They have to wait another book. So I got to, create a new I mean, I don't have to create any more drama. I can just siphon through all the drama that I've got, or sift through, that's the right word, all the drama I've got going on in the books to find the plot points and just kind of shift them respectively. Total nonlinear thinker, or I'll be in the middle of a conversation and then I'll shift it to something else, and then I'll like pick up that conversation like 2 hours later with my husband, like we had never stopped, and he's just used to it by now, I think. But yeah, that's me. But anyway, the crazy story about Walter. Crazy, but not crazy. Anyway, so he died Monday the 3rd, so it's a week and some change now when he died. And I already got a call back that his ashes are ready. That was so quick. I think it was almost 8 weeks before we got Judy back in 2021. So that was so fast. It was a week and a day. They called me yesterday, and I was just like, whoa, we haven't gotten to get him yet, but we're going to go as a family probably tomorrow and grab his ashes. But anyway, so Tuesday night, so this would have been a week after Walter died. Tuesday night, my brother messages me a video, and let me go to it so I can kind of show you guys. Oops, let's see. Let me see. Oh, I went too far. I gotta find where we start with that. So my brother just sent this video with really no other context and said she was talking to Walter. And this is my niece, Avery. This is my brother's daughter. And she's gonna be 3 in December, so she's like 2 in a little bit.
Avery, what's this?
Walter.
Can you do that?
Walter.
That's pretty much it. She just finishes putting her sock on. But yeah, Avery, my niece, has never met Walter. She's never been to my house because she was a COVID baby. So she has pretty much, I've seen her at a handful of birthday parties and stuff. So she's never been to my house. She didn't know Walter from Adam. So very interesting that she said that about, she's been hanging out with Walter or whatever. And then I go, oh, wow, how did she come up with that? And then my brother goes, I don't know. She told me he hurts no more, that Walter hurts no more. And I was, oh, wow. And then he says she also told Amber, that's Avery's mom, my brother's wife. She told Amber that she was petting him and he was playing with her outside. And I was just like, wow. And then Amber says the day he died, because I'm like, how would she even come up with this? And Amber says, well, the day we died, we were talking about it, but not since then. So this was a week and a day after Walter died that she was saying this, that she was playing with him. And then she says, she just came in from outside today and told me she was playing with Walter and he was licking her hand. I asked her who Walter is, and she said a nice black dog. I was just like, whoa. And then I told her, I wanted to test her because, I'm a total skeptic at heart, even though it's, my baby niece, obviously. She's not gonna lie about something like that. But I'm like, show her a picture of Judy and see if she recognizes Judy. That's my other dog that passed away. So they showed her a picture of Judy. She didn't know who that was. And they said, okay, show her a picture of Walter. So they showed her a picture of Walter, and Amber says, I just did. She screamed, Walter. So that I thought was so cool. That she, Walter could connect to her to get a message across, the line, because I think I was just too in my feels. Like I could feel him around, like his true spirit. I could feel him around, but it wasn't until I got that I was just like, whoa. So I thought that was so cool. But yeah, Dragon Rose Creation said I felt good, but time has been weird. Yes, time has totally been weird. That is a definite. Yeah, absolutely it has. And it's been weird for a while. And it's been really weird the last 2 weeks, specifically for me anyway. Yeah, Marlene says, skepticism is healthy, but wow, cool story. I know, I was still like, what? Oh my gosh. I just love that. Because you'd think, oh yeah, me being me, I would have enough spiritual experiences to call it a day, but it still blows my mind and just gives me chills and all that cool stuff when these things happen. So yeah, that's my news, I guess. So yeah, I think what we could do is just dive into a 1 card pull, and I think we're going to use the tea leaf oracles tonight. So if you would like a card, put an 11:44 in the chat because we're live right now, 11 minutes and 44 seconds. How to get those double numbers. So we will find out who needs to know what. So Linda H is the first one I see. And of course, if it appears that I have skipped you, I will ask again. And sometimes I see things in a different order. So Linda, your card is Candle. You will be shown the way. So if you had any questions or, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Or just confusion about what your next steps are, you're very soon going to be shown the way. Maybe even lighting a candle and setting that intention to be shown the way forward. It is such an amazing card. That's for sure, Linda. All right. And then this one fell out as I'm putting them away. Affairs with your family. So if you have any things going on with your family, Linda, you're going to be shown the right way to move forward with family members. All right. So Jessica Lynn is next. Hello, Amber A. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we have here for Jessica Lynn, we have bold. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude, especially if someone is trying to, persuade you or goad you into making a specific decision. This is about you really standing firm in what you know to be right, especially if you know, no, I know what I'm talking about. And then we have Lily on the back with spiritual love. So especially with people you deem as like soulmates or people that are really close to you, just because you're close to them doesn't mean you have to always agree. And it might even come to a point, Jessica Lynn, where you're just kind of agreeing to disagree. But you will find, though, just standing firm in what you know to be true or what to be right, you might find that people won't even try to oppose you in any way. So it's kind of a gift in there. Marlene, let's get Marlene a card. All right. And anyone, that's a lot of cards. Oh my God, makes sense for me at this time. I'm glad it resonates, Linda. I'm going to pick all these up that I just dropped, and then we'll get back on track. And we don't have any donations thus far, so whoever donates first, we will dive right into your reading after our little collective messages here. So Pam is next. Pam. Ooh, wow, you got a lot going on, don't you? Okay, so we have 3 cards. We have Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. So this could be like a long-term kind of cycle with somebody in your life that, kind of same-ish, different day kind of thing. We also have Fan, romance, celebration, and party. And Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So I'm really seeing this as a positive, that you will be able to overcome any kind of disagreement energy or disappointment that you've had with somebody, specifically a romantic partner or the way things are going with a romantic partner, or just even being able to spend time doing what you want, or, using your time in a really wise way. Because with financial gain, I don't just always see like financial gain as just cash money. I see it as time to do what you want. I see it as being able to get a restful night's sleep. That all that to me is abundance or gain in some way. So yeah, something you did in the past is going to come back to reward you in a really big way, Pam. All right. And Amber wants a card. Yeah, just put an 1144 in the chat, and that will let me know you are wanting a card. That's the way we do it around here. That's where, so I can just scan the comments and keep track of who really wants a card. And then this is going to be, and I feel like I need one more card for you. This is Michelle Lynn. So let's get one more. So we have staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times, which I'll show you your card. Ooh, 3 as well. So yeah, Jessica Lynn. Sorry, Michelle Lynn. Yes, we got the Lynn squad in the house. On spot. Thank you. You are so welcome, Pam. But yeah, you will be taken care of through a difficult time. This could even be with, I'm seeing almost like this as a rope that's fraying rather than an actual staff. There's a snake kind of intertwined around it, but I almost see this as like a rope unraveling. So if you're trying to do some sort of process of elimination with something, or trying to figure out or unravel, dissect, what's the word, dismantle something that's going on in your life, or just try to find a better way forward for yourself, you're going to see that you're going to be able to do that very soon. But we have the tortoise energy here, so it's always that Knight of Pentacles coming in hot, slowly but surely getting ahead. So it's going to take time to unravel some things, but just know that all through this, you will be taken care of, especially through those more difficult times. We also have desks, so pay attention to your work. So there might be something or some sort of energy going on at work that feels very difficult at this time. It might even be like work shifts feel like they are dragging and lagging, and like hours are passing like minutes are passing like hours. That's what I'm trying to say. So kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier with time and how everything's going on with that. You just might be, at work and just feeling like, oh, it's just dragging on. But the more it seems like when I was in like high school and stuff, and I kept looking at the clock and it would barely move, and I'd look again, it's barely moved. That's the time when it's almost like you can just pause time because it's not really moving at all. So if you have moments like that, just know you actually have more power or control over the shifting of time. And it's about maybe thinking about things, or just being very present in the moment and trying to maybe have conversations with people, so you're not feeling like, oh, I just got to get out of here. Hello, Amber. All right, I got Amber 9 in first, and then we'll do Amber A's reading. So Amber 9 in. Hello, Amber. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Amber 9 in, and we have Star, guaranteed success, and Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. So this is letting me know that as you make these plans, they may not always go according to plan, which I think we kind of tuned in. This is really feels to me like near future energy and maybe current energy. So any unsettled times that you are dealing with now, planning ahead really will help you feel a little more equipped or apt to handle the situation. And ultimately, you will find success in whatever it is you're trying to figure out or configure or decide or plan for. You're going to have that ultimate success, which is very awesome. Amber 9 in says, it's beautiful weather here in the 70s, going for a walk. Maybe I will come back in later. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm doing great. We had a beautiful day like that on Monday. But not since. We've kind of had like these 46, I think, well, it wasn't even that high today. I think it was 42 high today, and it snowed today. Ugh, but it melted right away because it's too warm. So I'm just done with the snow until, let's say, late October. I'll be all right. Bring it back on. I don't care. But I'm done with it for the springtime. That's for sure. All right, Amber A, let's get you a card, my dear. And I don't have any donations, unless Pam wanted to do a reading with what she's already like paid at the end of one of my other live streams recently. Let me know, Pam, if you want to do a reading tonight, because we could totally get into something. Otherwise, this is maybe my last card I'm pulling tonight. Amber A, let's get you a card. And we have here crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. So could even be a great idea that you're birthing or bringing to life. And then we have shield, need to defend yourself. So the fact that this new energy is wanting to come in by way of you, your energy, your creativity, your vessel in some way, And the fact that Shield is coming out with this is letting me know not to tell just anybody what your grand plans or your good ideas are, because there might be certain people in your life that, and it's not like they're trying to sabotage you or take your idea. That could be a possibility, but it's more to me energetic that you talk about it. It almost invites like, negative entities to attach to it and try to sabotage it for you by way of getting in your head. And let's just put this out there for most of us. Those negative thoughts that we have, that especially if they're running on a loop and you just can't shake it, even though you've been like, okay, I'm thinking really negative thoughts. I just need to think about something else, or I need to go for a walk, or I need to do something. Especially when we're cognizant of the fact, oh, this is not good that I'm having these thoughts, but they keep looping and looping and looping. Please know that's not you. That is entity interference or, darkness coming in to try to derail whatever it is you're trying to do. So observe those thoughts. And again, it can be very frustrating when you have this go on and it's this dark interference. It's almost like, leave me alone. But at the same time, that's what they want. They want that reaction. So it's almost like you are depriving them of that fix that they would get, that negative energy that they would siphon from you if you did respond or react or believe what they're trying to say in your thoughts. I know it feels so like woo-woo and out there, but if you actually just observe your thoughts rather than think that you're the one thinking the thoughts, it becomes blatantly obvious that a lot of what's going through your head, it's almost like, think of when you're tuning a dial of a radio, you're just picking up whatever is around, right? Whatever frequencies come in, and because you're hearing it, you might think, oh, that's me. But when it's in your head, a lot of times you think, oh, I'm thinking negative thoughts, or you just go down the spiral. Maybe you're not even thinking I'm thinking negative thoughts, but you're just believing the thoughts, especially ladies out there, especially like we'll look in the mirror and then these really nasty thoughts just come into our heads. And again, it's not us. You have psychic hearing, so I understand completely. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Amber A understands. That's awesome. Well, I don't have any other donations or anything, so maybe we'll just do a collective reading. And I don't know if you guys have any little topics of conversation before we go. I don't want to leave yet. I'm having fun hanging out. So we'll just do a little bit of a collective. If there's any questions you guys have or anything you want to talk about current energies or just current whatevers, I don't know, we can hang out. All right. Oh, we do have a donation coming in from Marlene. Ooh, but we have the Fool here. Very interesting, Amber. We were kind of talking about that new energy birthing coming in, and we got this like baby that's almost appears to be either still in utero or about to be born. Look at that with the Fool energy. So there's really good stuff coming in for all of us because it's collective reading now. But of course, if we've already done a reading for you and this still resonates, obviously you are in the middle of this awesome collective energy here. We also have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So some of you out there might be wanting to start something new in the material world. This could be, writing a book, starting a business, literally planting some seeds out in a garden or something. Maybe you're starting a good new book, either reading to get like information, or maybe you're writing one, quite possibly. That stands out to me a lot just because I am personally writing a book. So doesn't mean you have to write a book. It could just be as a creative endeavor, something you're putting a lot of your focus and effort into, because writing a book is no joke. Neither is creating some of these elaborate paintings like what Amber 9 In does. She creates these really beautiful and elaborate paintings that are just so amazing to me. But yeah, there's some new energy coming in that needs to be grounded. So getting grounded, your physical energy, getting grounded. If Amber 9 In is going to take a walk, that would be great in this beautiful weather. Getting out in nature is so therapeutic. And Monday, we actually did field cleanup for the baseball fields. It was all the teams, parents and kids got together each team got assigned a field, and we cleaned it for like an hour, raking leaves. It was very warm. It was like 72 degrees. And I was like, I'm in heaven right now. But it was very windy. So you're trying to rake things and the wind is just blowing all your leaves away. And I was like on the fence line. So everybody else was raking and their leaves were just accumulating on the fence line. And I'm just like, yeah, staying grounded. And you're so welcome for the reading. Let's see. We're going to get one more for our little collective reading, and then we will get into Marlene's reading. see what we need to know. Anything else? Oh, maybe we will touch on the eclipses on Friday. I do want to give us enough time because if you've been following me for any length of time, this is just broken record. You can tune me out. But for those of you that are just joining us, or those of you in the back, as I always say, oh, you have a few children's books ideas. That's awesome. Yeah, I always, from a young age, I wanted to write a children's book or like a middle grade kind of age book. Books I'm writing are kind of more geared toward teen, and then I think anyone who grew up in the 80s and 90s would appreciate the book because it's in the 90s, teenager in the 90s. So there's a lot of nostalgia in there. People around my age in their early 40s, late 30s could really appreciate that. But yeah, I do want to talk about the solar and lunar eclipses coming up because, like I was saying, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know how I feel about astrology. I think astrology is absolutely accurate, but I don't get the benevolent vibe that a lot of, and I don't even call myself an astrologer, but a lot of people that do call themselves astrologers, they think it's this amazing science and this and that. I actually see it as kind of basically the blueprint of the matrix, what is planned for us in that incarnation. Or someone starts a business at this time on this date, you can take that birth chart as the destiny of that business or whatever it is. So, oh, you were born in 1989. That's awesome. So you grew up in the 90s. So you might like my books. They got a paranormal twist to them, a lot of 90s nostalgia mixed in, a lot of drama, a lot of trauma, all the fun things. But yeah, those eclipses are big energy shift points. Whether you follow Vedic astrology or Western astrology, we're going to break down the energies for wherever you fall on the spectrum. But yeah, I basically see, they say we have free will as people, as humans. We have free will. And I want to hope and believe that if we set very clear intentions and really bring our sovereignty online, that yes, maybe we do have some free will access. That's probably for sure. But people just kind of living on autopilot or just kind of going by these soul urges. Again, soul is a matrix construct. Spirit is more aligned with, what we truly are. Spirit is something put onto us in the matrix, and it keeps the score, it keeps the karma, keeps that reincarnation wheel turning, keeps the record of everything we've done, everyone we've been. But when we exit out this matrix, at least the energy and information that I've acquired, we don't need to take that soul baggage with us. That stays in the, in this, as I call it, the snow globe on the table. It stays here. But the true essence of true spirit, that is what we truly are. And we can set very clear intentions to gain more access to that spirit energy that is directly connected to the original source creator, to then maybe help us have more free will. Because if I look at my birth chart, so much of, and pretty much every single thing in my birth chart is exactly who I am. So it's like, do I really have that much control to change my stars, to change my destiny? Back in the day, I would have liked to think, yeah, I do. But now, unless I'm setting very clear intentions to connect outside the matrix, I'm pretty much set in this matrix grid, and a lot of us are. And, if you don't fully align or agree with that information, you can take it or leave it. I'm not trying to push any beliefs on anybody. But it's just the more that I've dug in and the more I've experienced just on my own, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, there's a lot coming in and I don't like it. But yeah, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, the 21st of April, Mercury goes retrograde. We also have Jupiter, if you're following Vedic, more sidereal astrology. Jupiter is shifting from Pisces into Aquarius, so there's going to be a big shift there as well. And the reason I personally follow Vedic or, sidereal astrology is because when I look up in the sky, I want to see where the planet actually is right now when I look up. And when I look up to say the Eye of the Bull, Aldebaran, we all can look up and see the Eye of the Bull is in Taurus. It's in the constellation of Taurus. But if you follow Western or tropical astrology, they consider that Gemini. And it doesn't sit right with me. It's almost like they're trying to deceive us. But again, take what resonates, leave the rest. We do have an ad coming up in 46 seconds. So we're going to dive more into those eclipse energies here in the coming live streams. We might touch on it on Friday, but I think I'll do a deeper dive just to not align with these eclipse energies, but to see what we can do to maybe shift things, change things, because this is not a good eclipse energetically for the collective, for the individual. it's not too great. The energy of it is not too great because Jupiter will be in the mix of it. We got, which expands things. We got so many planets mixed up in this. It's not just your regular average players, the moon, the sun, and the nodes. We got a lot of other action coming in. We got Uranus. We got, ads coming in 5 seconds. We've got Jupiter coming in. We got a lot going on. So we will be back. Those of you that don't get the ad, I don't think it's sent it to every single person, but I think we only have 5 people watching. So I think most of the ads you can skip within like 5 seconds. So hopefully we're still here and we're still good. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. It's like encroaching my like face and it's just bothering me. I'm on day 3 since I washed it. So it just starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I start to look like Cousin It. Remember that guy from the Addams Family? I used to do that in like middle school. I'd put my hair all in front of my face and be like, I'm Cousin It. Oh, thank you, Amber A. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a lot of it. A lot of hair. It's just all over the place. Now it's in my mouth. Get it out there. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead real quick and get into Marlene's reading. And if anyone else would like to donate, we can, of course, take care of your donation tonight as well. Pam, if you're still here, let me know if you want to do a reading tonight or if you were still kind of thinking about doing the whole mentorship thing and just applying that payment toward that. I'm game for whatever. And now that I'm off the grief train, I mean, yeah, it'll still happen here and there, but I'm not in the thick of grieving my piggy wolf. So, there's Piggy Wolf. So, yeah, I'll be more ready to help you with some mentor stuff if that's what you still want to do. So yeah, Marlene, go ahead and post your question, my dear. We're gonna get right into that. I'll write your name out. There we have it. So she's already got it. Let her go. She's on the ball tonight. Apparently, so are both my boys. They're both at baseball practice on different teams right now. All right, Marlene says, hi, Amanda. My question is, what do I need to know right now? It seems that every area of my life is a little unstable right now. Well, let's tune in. Let's find out. And actually, I just heard the word nostalgia. So I don't know if you've been nostalgic, and that kind of reminded me to go to they call it Granny's Postcard Tarot. It's got a lot of little vintage scenes on it. I love this deck. I think it's so fun. So because I heard nostalgia, I'm going to use the vintage Granny Tarot. And even too, if you do have a crossed over grandmother, maybe you've been missing her or thinking about her or something about her energy has been kind of recent for you. If you don't have a crossed over grandmother, it could be a great grandmother energy coming in. So we have 2 of Swords. Yeah, just kind of blindly going through the motions maybe at times, but this really just stems from confusion or just kind of being unsure of what your next steps are. And it appears to me in this depiction, I don't know, he kind of looks lost a little bit. Just kind of like, I think I'm going this way. I think I go this way. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, you just finished watching a movie you saw in your childhood and you put it in for your daughter. See, there's the nostalgia. I love that. Yeah, so there's just kind of maybe an unsure sense of direction, but yeah, I mean, we can definitely get unstable or unsure energy from a 2 of Swords card, especially with this depiction. He just looks a little unstable, a little unsure of what direction he's going. But look, it doesn't even look too cold out, but he looks well equipped. He looks really well dressed for the occasion. So even if you're unsure, it's like you're going to have the tools you need to figure things out for yourself. And we have the Knight of Swords. So there might be some news or hidden information or just information you don't know yet that's going to help kind of be that like missing piece of the puzzle for you to find more balance in your life or to figure things out. Especially if you've had any kind of conflicts. And I won't even say just with people, but just kind of like conflicts in your mind, like conflicting, like I could spend my afternoon doing this, or I could spend my afternoon doing that. And what I actually see is that is like a lot of us are getting that interference with these entities, just really kicking it up a notch. Not that they aren't always in operation, they really are. But like I've been having this challenge myself lately, how I have like opposing things I want to do, but only so much time. And it's not like I could do, half the time devoted to this and half the time devoted to that. So it's kind of about finding ways, if you can, to multitask certain things that you can kind of pair together and multitask. Like, for instance, if you are wanting to read a really good book, but you just don't have time to sit down and read, maybe finding that book on audiobook and doing like the household chores at the same time. That's multitasking. You're still getting to do, it's kind of a having your cake and eating it too kind of moment. So there might be ways that you can multitask. Of course, you don't want to stretch your attention so thin that you feel like you're spinning your wheels. This is I think a lot of like, say, household tasks are mundane enough that it doesn't take a lot of mental focus and power to maybe a little bit elbow grease, sure, to clean off counters and whatnot. But as far as being able to put your attention somewhere else while you're physically cleaning, like on an audiobook or a podcast or something, that could be something you could do. But let's see. Anything else Marlene needs to know right now? Just seems every area of life feels a little unstable. Okay. So yeah, Three of Pentacles. So again, you don't have to do a lot of this stuff by yourself. Instituting some help from, your kids or your husband or friends. There's a lot of things you don't have to do yourself, especially around the home. Because we have the Four of Wands, which is the home card. So there's a lot of energy specifically at home. And I know I tune into energy for you a lot of times at home, like decluttering and purging and stuff. And I know you were talking about how you had done a big declutter or purge or something like that. But especially keeping up with just like daily tasks and, having everyone where they need to be when they need to be there, instituting a bit of help in some way. And it doesn't mean you have to hire anybody to come in and do it. This to me just feels more like maybe setting out a schedule or, a chore chart or something where everybody's understanding what needs to be done and, just a little more communication as well. But I actually love, we got the Ace of Swords coming in to clarify. This is clarity right here. This is clarity. This is truth. This is that aha moment, that epiphany, that news coming in to help clear any confusion or just instability that's going on right now. Or instability, I should say. Instability. And it's very interesting how he's just floating. He feels very free. So there might be some information coming in. And remember, we were talking about some news or information that was coming in. And I think this energy is going to shift for you very quickly because it kind of looks like a nice spring day. It's like maybe they were caught unaware, but not too unaware. Remember, you dressed for the occasion kind of energy. So something happened, but you were kind of prepared for it without even knowing you needed to be prepared for it. And then that little shower rain, whatever, blows over. And before you know it, you're back to sunshine. So any like inconveniences, inconsistencies, instabilities you've got going on right now, I think they're going to be pretty fleeting. And pretty soon, especially by setting very clear intentions and plans to move forward, you're going to find your way through this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that news for you as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a oracle card for you, Marlene. Just anything else she needs to know specifically about this news or just anything else she needs to know in general. Magic wand, focus your energy on one thing. And wasn't that interesting? We were talking about multitasking. I said, don't spread yourself too thin because you want to maybe pair tasks that don't really take all that mental focus. So yeah, focus your energy on one thing. So there are certain things you can multitask, like we were talking about, but don't spread yourself so thin that you're just spinning your wheels. Like we had already said. So reading's coming full circle. Look at that. So yeah, focus your energy on one area of life and get that kind of back into balance and then move to the next and then move to the next without completely neglecting those ones that you just got balance. Of course, touching in with those. One new prime example too, going back to kind of cleaning and stuff is I find if I just go weekly through my fridge and, pull the leftovers or, the stuff that's no longer good or, my kids, they're like the worst at like opening a package of something and eating all of it and then putting the garbage back in the fridge. I don't know why they do that. They literally have to walk by the garbage can to leave the kitchen. So I don't know why they do that. But I find if I just take even less than it takes less than 5 minutes if I do it weekly, just to go through, kind of spot clean, wipe down the outside, inside of the fridge and just kind of get rid of things and kind of take an inventory. It's much better than spending, going a couple months without doing that and then having to spend 2 to 3 hours, like really doing a deep clean. So that's what I'm seeing is you really maybe taking that however long you need to deep clean or highly focus on one area. And then when that is kind of back into balance, deeply focusing on another area, but as you go, still touching in with those other areas. Oh, your daughter is still struggling, and your husband and you are not seeing eye to eye, not sure what to do with work to move it along. Yeah. Let's see if we can just get a card or two on just, yeah, and that might be just feeling confused about, well, I want to do this, he wants to do that. Like, how do we move forward with this? So let's see. Anything else Marlene needs to know? Tuning into the different areas and to, yeah, to just focus on one. Yeah. So let's see. Still struggling. Okay, so Page of Wands and Three of Swords. Very interesting. It almost feels one or the other of you, your husband or whoever else could be involved, might feel like the other one is going behind their back for something. And the Three of Swords can be like a heartbreak card, but the Page of Wands is coming in where there was any kind of disagreement. There's going to be a coming together moment. There's an opportunity coming up where you will see more eye to eye. It won't feel so out of alignment or my camp, your camp. There's a coming together moment that'll help. Let's just see a message specifically for your daughter as she's still struggling with that same issue. Ooh, the Empress. So mom wins. Mom wins the argument. You're going to be able to help her through this in some way, whether this is taking your idea and making that the thing you do, or you're just, talking her through it in some way or giving her tools to cope with it. There's something you're doing that is going to really benefit her through this situation. So please, mamas especially, trust your intuition on things. Because yes, dads are still very caring and tuned in with their children, but just a lot of times, just not to the degree that a mom is. No shade to the fathers out there, no shade. But I think you ladies that have children and husbands, you know how it is. There's just a little, you carried that child for 9 months. You're even more in tune, no matter how old that child is. You get it. You get it just on a slightly deeper level than the father. I won't say that's a hard and fast rule. I'm just saying for the ladies that are in here, I can totally feel that for you, because there are mothers out there that are so disconnected from their children, and the husband is the one that's almost playing that motherly role. I do know people like that. So it happens, but I'm just mostly talking about us ladies here. I can totally feel that for you guys. I love that. She is so amazing and awesome. I never imagined she would be dealing with this issue and of not eating, but I know in my heart she will be even stronger after this. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of, I know, it's like, well, is the universe just dealing us this crap hand for whatever reason, or is there really a lesson here? I see her being able to blossom after this. I really do. So hopefully it's sooner than later. Let's keep our fingers crossed, because, sometimes things just need to kind of transpire and play out, and then they're done, All right, so we got a donation also coming in from Michelle Lynn. So let's go into her reading. Go ahead and post your question, my dear. We'll get into it. I'm going to take my sweatshirt off, because as I do readings, I start to get a little warmer and a little warmer, a little warmer and a little warmer. All right. Get all my hair out of there. All right, there we go. One of my weird pet peeves is having my sweatshirts inside out, so I try to take them off so they can be put right back on if I need to. All right, general for the next 2 to 3 months. What can I expect? Dating, spill the tea, spirit. Yes, let's do it. All right, we're going to this deck. This feels good for this question from Michelle Lynn. All right, what does Michelle need to know for the next 2 to 3 months? What can she expect? Any dating on the horizon? Let's spill the tea. Ooh, there might be a man coming into your life. Yes, yes. I mean, this technically is father energy, but it also can be like lover energy as well. Let's get a clarifier on the Emperor, see if this is like a potential date, someone that Michelle's dating, or if this is more father energy. So let's see, is this a date? Yes. Yes. Okay, so there just might possibly be someone you're interested in. And of course, the 2 to 3 month time frame that you've kind of given me for this reading, it might be longer than that if you don't take certain actions. It could even just be in this time frame if you do take certain actions. Right place, right time. Trusting your intuition. Like, this is an example I use once in a while. Is like, oh, I'm out of lettuce. Oh, maybe I don't need lettuce on my sandwich, but oh, I kind of want lettuce. go get the lettuce because you might meet this guy at the grocery store. Like, you just never know. You just never know. So trust your intuition, where it's leading you at this time. And it's very interesting. This emperor here is like, to me, this is like a long-term thing. This took a long time coming. So you might even feel like, I've been waiting a long time. I'm ready. I'm ready for the dating scene to be on and popping again for me. And I feel that this next connection can be something you can really grow over time. So this could be like a very long-term, stable, committed relationship. Ooh, what's this? The World. So there might be some travel coming up for you as well. The World is great for travel. It's great for moving or just, ending old cycles, just closing out one cycle, closing out one thing, starting something new. So there's new energy coming in as a result of you closing out old cycles. Could even be new job, new situation. But for you, I'm mostly seeing this as like possible travel, even if it's just like around your kind of local area for the day and then you come back home that night. Just getting out a little bit more. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend money or go a really long way away, but just, traveling here and there, to even trying new places, going different places that you're not used to going, getting out in nature if that's possible for you, would really benefit you over the next 2 to 3 months. And Queen of Wands, wow, yeah, you're definitely showing up in your power and your sovereignty here. And I love this combination, the King and the Queen. So you're really feeling yourself. So there's something you're doing where you're feeling like you're back, baby, you're back. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting with this Queen of Wands, is you feeling just better in your body, better in your skin, just more yourself in all sorts of ways, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all the things. Yes, I want to start a new, see the world in a new way, cutting cords from the past and detoxing my body. Yeah. And that could totally be what this is about, is, really feeling good in your body because you're doing a lot of detoxing and a lot of clearing. So that's awesome. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, so 5 of Wands and 3 of Swords. So there might be some issues. This to me feels more like friend energy, or maybe even possible coworker energy. I already am hearing, though, this can be avoided. This can completely be avoided. Yeah, look, it's about staying out of your head about something. Maybe something someone does, whether this is a friend or a coworker, it could even be someone who's a friend and a coworker. The way this energy is, or just someone that you've maybe already had some kind of eye rolling, kind of passive aggressive interactions with lately, or even in the recent past. Staying out of your head about this can be the way you can avoid having it happen at all. But let's just see if this is at work. Is this a work thing? The Moon. Very interesting. It's a confused energy. It's almost like you're not seeing the full picture about something. So this might not be specifically about work. Yeah, look, the higher octave, the lower octave of the Devil right here, and then the Devil. So this is about, maybe even being tempted, or friends or coworkers or whoever saying, oh, we should go do this. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want to do that. And them making kind of passive aggressive comments, or you wanting to say something passive aggressive to them because of the way they're acting. And again, just trying to stay out of your head about certain things. And especially with, wanting to feel good about who you are on the inside and the outside again, staying out of that Devil energy of not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, wishing you could be different, because you have the Queen of Wands to support this. So there is really no need for this Devil energy. It's all about rising above. But you can only rise so far before you just get fed up and blow a gasket with certain people or situations in your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not happy at all at work. I didn't get a raise either, and I wanted to mention that to my boss, and I just don't feel appreciated. Yeah. And that could totally be what this is finally standing up for yourself, but doing it in a way where, because my husband kind of went through something similar lately, and he finally just decided, I'm done with this place, and went. Another job actually was kind of contacting him at the end anyway, and he just was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm jumping ship. And he's been at this company for 14 years. It's a long time. But what I see with this is presenting the facts, because a lot of times when you're emotional that something didn't go right, or you deserve this or that, trying, and I know it's hard, but trying to keep the emotions out of it and just stick to the facts, because facts can't be disputed. Emotions possibly can. So that's where this kind of heartbreak energy, you were passed by or passed over, and this can be very productive if done the right way. This can be very productive to actually get you what you deserve, because this is someone feeling like they didn't get what they deserved, or that they're unworthy because of the circumstance. Then that just kind of is like, well, that's proof I'm unworthy here. Yeah. So let's see anything else Michelle needs to know about speaking her truth at work to get what's owed her. Yeah, you can manifest a better reality by standing your ground, speaking your truth, and you might just find that you're getting that raise. Or the other opportunity or alternative would be that you are just looking for a whole new job, a whole new opportunity, because this one's just not it for you anymore, and you're ready to take that next step. But of course, the Empress is pregnant, so I would say probably in the next 2 to 3 months, you're not quite ready to leave the job, although it can still happen, depending on what actions you take or don't take. Timelines are weird. So if you feel so inclined to start reaching out, or, maybe even if you're not ready to jump ship on your complete career, just looking at other stores with Dairy Queen or wherever you want to work, looking at other locations. But if you're just ready to be done with the food service and stuff, looking beyond that to something that's much more suited for you. It might take a bit of time, but I would see, over these next few months, toward the end of summer, you could definitely be in a whole new position for yourself. Any further guidance or wisdom for Michelle before we go close out her reading? All right. Wow, look at that. Mirror, mirror. Yes. Wow. The beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. Wow. And this really is, when you can really start to see that beauty of yourself on the inside, it'll start to be reflected on the outside. And then we have movement. Inspiration is drawn to motion. So just getting more active, which I know you've been kind of on this fitness journey for a while, but just doing something that you do feel really good about. And I know with the detoxing and stuff that you're kind of incorporating now, you might just find something that really works for you, and it's going to really start to elevate your just happiness level. And that is so huge. Even if things seem to be not going 100% great in the external, if we're just kind of overall happy, it doesn't even really matter. You know what I mean? If you can leave in July, that would be a miracle. My back is still not 100%, but getting more acupuncture tomorrow. Oh, good. Not good that your back's still not great, but that you're getting the acupuncture. That's good. And maybe even setting intentions either before or even during the acupuncture session that this is going to be the breakthrough you need to really help you. It can really do wonders. That's for sure. I'm actually taking part tonight in a Roots Restored Wellness healing session. I've already booked my spot. I don't know if there's any spots left. It's for rejuvenation and longevity. So it's just to kind of get your body back to its equilibrium. And those of you that are like, what's Roots Restored Wellness? She's got a YouTube channel here, but she also has her website. It's just Roots Restored Wellness. But yeah, she's even got a mold session. I might have really talked to you already about this or responded to you about this before. If I didn't, she does have a mold session and a fungus session. So if that's what's possibly causing some of what you have going on with your eyes and stuff, if you're still dealing with that, that could be because she does quantum healing. So it's beyond. She doesn't use any spirit guides or anything. She goes directly to the source creator. So yeah, I'm signed up for a session tonight. I'm really excited about it. I haven't done a session probably since February, so I'm ready to get back in the healing game. But sometimes, though, we just need a break from all the healing. You know what I mean? All right. Yes. So what she does, she calls them group sessions, but they're actually so powerful, and I can attest to it. I've taken no less than probably 20 sessions with her over the last, I don't know, year-ish, a little less than a year. And she's amazing, and she does them in a group. You don't have to be there at any certain time. She usually does them around, it'll definitely be after midnight your time, but she will just connect to everybody who has signed up for the group session and get to the core cause of what the issues are. And if you didn't want to do this specific session tonight, you can go to her website and click on each session, or sign up for her newsletter. I'm not sure when she last sent out a newsletter, but she usually will send you like the next month to month and a half of like sessions that she's doing. But yeah. Oh, you've taken 2 since last 2 weeks. How have you noticed anything? Very interesting, because like the first few I took, one was, man, what was my first one I ever took? It might have been a hormone balance session, I think. But you think of all the different hormonal systems and balances that need to take place in the body for your body to just operate optimally. I didn't notice like a huge difference at first, but after I kind of got that ball rolling on a bunch of sessions, and even I even took her exiting the matrix session, and after that, like within probably weeks of me taking that, I had that big epiphany about the rude awakening from the awakening, as Amber calls it. So I know these things are working. It's just so many of us are so deeply traumatized, not even just from this life, because a lot of what she uncovers is from way like past life, past life, past life. A lot of dark entity interference, cords, hijacking of energy. She will go in and annihilate that stuff. And it works so well. Oh, I'm so glad you're seeing some relief with some of the things you've signed up for. That's awesome, Amber. Yeah, you feel not triggered by your dad and brother anymore. That's amazing. That's huge. You could even book Amber an issue specific with her and address the core issues with your dad and brother. And I mean, it sounds like you might have gotten some of that, root going. The root is at least loosened a little bit down there. But yeah, I mean, us doing our own personal healing journey, I think is just as important. But once in a while, this is someone I vetted out. I don't just recommend anybody out there. And in fact, there's no other healer off the top of my head that I know about from the past, present, and of course, I don't know the future quite yet. I can use my cards to tune in and stuff, but just me right now in the moment. There's no other healer I recommend to anybody but her. That's it. So yeah, I've been through the ringer with healers, that's for sure. Some good, a lot bad. Yeah, so for a while I was just doing a lot of my own healing, which has been great and amazing, but sometimes I just need a break from my own healing, put it in the hands of someone else for a minute. Yeah, you wish to take so many sessions with issues money. Yeah. But very interesting. You can actually email her and she will be able to work with you financially if you don't want to, it's pretty steep that, $50 I think is affordable for most people. But if you're wanting to take, 4 to 10 sessions, that 50 can add up real quick. But yeah, she does work with people financially. So you can let her know that if you want to. Yeah. All right. So I think, was that our last donation? It was our last donation. But yeah. I think it's every other Monday she does issue specific, but she'd mentioned she's going to be traveling coming up soon. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with her sessions. And it's very interesting. I didn't know it when I first started watching her. She's actually located in Montana, just like I am. Just a hop, skip, and a jump down, not the freeway. We kind of have to go off the beaten path to get where she's at from where I'm at. But yeah, I just thought that was so interesting. We were both like raised in Montana, and we both still live here, but she's moving to Maui for like 6 months coming up. Her husband got a job contract down in Maui. Yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah, check all her sessions. If you sign up for her newsletter, she'll send, I think it's about once a month, she sends a kind of updated list of all the upcoming sessions. And you can even go on her website, everybody who's listening, who wants to go do this, go to her website. I think it used to be all the way at the bottom, but she's recently kind of changed her outline or what's the word I'm looking for? Layout, that's the word, of her website. So you can request an assessment, I think it's called. It used to be at the bottom of the thing, but it might have moved since she redid the website. But yeah, she usually will recommend like the most, because she tunes into your inner self to get the information that would most serve you at this time. Yeah, she sends very detailed notes and information. And she said, she said on her last live stream, which she had on Monday, if you want to watch that, she'd mentioned how a lot of people will kind of complain like, oh, I just want a one-on-one session. I don't want a group session. But she says that like 10 or more times the amount of work can get done in a group session that she can do just individually, because it's all quantum and we are all connected as well. So, it benefits one, benefits others. And what, is ailing one is usually ailing others as well. Yeah. So she sent some very detailed notes. I think at one of the sessions I took, I got like 7 pages of notes, and they're very interesting to go through and look and see. And I promise I'm not sponsored. I don't get any kickback or anything by sending people her way. But I just, when I find something that I love and that works for me, I shout it from the rooftops. People don't need to pay me to sponsor something. If I'm into it, I will just shout it from the rooftops. That's what I do. Very fun. Oh, we have an ad coming up in 40 seconds, and then I probably should close out and go on with my night. I might have time for a bath, but yeah, the kids won't be home for another hour, so I'm gonna do a bath. Yeah, 4 pages. Yeah, that's average, about four or 5 pages usually. But I did like a 4-day. This was back in the day, chakra balancing, because she even talks about how these energy centers being separate doesn't make sense to her either. In fact, we have to constantly balance, but she does her best to integrate or incorporate and condense all these chakra points for us. So I did that, and it was like 7 pages of notes. It was so cool. So 1 second, and then we have an ad. For those of you that don't have an ad, hi, I'm still here. Yeah. Well, I still had fun. Oh, we just hit the hour mark, so we've had fun for an hour or so. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go get that nice salt bath for about an hour before they all get home and gets chaotic again right before bedtime. But yes, I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous rest of your week. I will see you, those of you that want to attend on Friday for our Friday live stream. It'll be right back here on this channel at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I hope you connected with your dog Spirit last Friday. It was a very strong message coming to me. Aw. Amber, did you miss what we were talking about earlier? I showed a video of my niece Avery and I told the whole story. If you missed that, you should go back and watch it. I got a message loud and clear that Walter is no longer in pain and he is free and living his best life right now. So yeah, I did get a message. I got a great message from my 2-year-old niece of all people. So yeah, she ain't gonna be making things up and trying to make me feel better. She's the real deal. It's crazy to me that happened. Yes, go watch it. I was like blown away. Yeah, she's never met my dog. But he decided to go to her and let her get the message across that, hey, he's not in pain anymore. He told her that. But yeah, go back and you can see the video that I shared of her saying Walter. And she's like, Walter. Oh, you didn't hear most of the live today. Yeah, you were busy and walking and stuff. So yeah, all right, you guys, I'm rambling like I do. You know me. I just never want to leave. I'm having too much fun. But I will be back Friday. And of course, tomorrow on both the Done Creative and Harmony Portal Tarot at the same time, I'm dropping the May Pick a Card. So you can check out what you can expect for May. And if it's not what you want to expect or experience, you have time to change it. That's the beautiful thing. At least setting those intentions, connecting to true spirit can change things. That's what I feel. I feel like crying, but in love and happiness. Yeah, I was like so touched and like tears of happiness when I heard the message. Just was so out of the blue because my brother, I mean, he's known me, he's known my mom, and we've been this way for a very long time. And he's probably the healthiest skeptic you will ever meet, but he himself is also very psychic. He likes to deny he's psychic, but he really is. He's so tuned in. Yeah, it's just amazing to me that he reached out the other night and was like, hey, this happened. And I'm like, whoa. All right, you guys, I'm rambling again. But yeah, check out the May Pick a Card on Harmony Portal Tarot or the Done Creative. Either one of those I do believe is linked in the description below. At least Harmony Portal Tarot is. And I do have... Of course, the April Pick a Card has been out for a hot minute, and also what was the other one? I think it was a message that was meant to find you. That one was posted on the 11th. So I got real ambitious this week, and you get 2 Pick a Cards from me this week instead of just one, like I've been doing the last 2-3 weeks or so. So yeah, I'm really up in my game. All right, you guys, I love you. Oh, you love the people who deny it, right? Yeah, I'm a pretty healthy skeptic myself, but when you know, you know. It's just like the energy of like if I hear a story or see something, like a lot of the videos that they set you up to have this big emotional climax of whatever, a lot of times I can see, or better yet, feel through the energy of those, and there's a lot of things that are staged or fake. I mean, they're still fun to watch because you're like, oh, if that was real, that'd be really cool. Like I was watching this video recently of this dog who, I guess was like reunited with his owner that was like on deployment for like a long time, over a year. I don't remember how many months they said. And the dog, it was an amazing reaction, amazing connection, but I'm like, no, that's not true. The dog just loves this guy, and he could have left for work that morning and come back in this, like, I could just see through it, you know? I mean, but it's a great story and everything. But I have seen other ones where the guy was deployed and then he came like to the kids' school to pick him up as a surprise, and the kids like break down and they're so happy. Um, a lot of those that I've seen are real. Like, you just know those are authentic. But yeah, I've seen some that I'm like, yeah, energetically. I mean, like, everything looks like hook, line, and sinker. Like, wow, yeah, but like the vibe doesn't lie. I don't know. There's something off about it. Either you're lying about the time frame or didn't happen. I don't know. Something. All right, again, rambling. I'm going to leave. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you Friday, and of course tomorrow for the May Pick a Card, and I will check you then. All right, you guys. Bye.